one rectangular person at a time. We're fucking getting it again. You know why? Hold up. I gotta switch you all around. I gotta switch you all around. What's good? It's your boy Joel J. How to Read Live Direction. We're first time. We're showing up for ourselves before anybody else shows up. You know? It's Jungle PolyFit number 2, and guess what? I'm the only one here. Again. And you know what? There's no one else to blame but me. I get to take full responsibility of that. Am I happy with that? No, but am I fulfilled to continually go after my passion, my dreams, my direction? Fuck yeah. And I will continually do so until I figure out the formula to make this shit fucking right. So, it's wet out. 1. 2, my boots have holes in it, so they're soaking. So that fucking blows. 3, I gotta put on my Power Ranger suit. We're gonna show up regardless of the situation. But see, you know what? You know what's interesting is just there's a lot of people that don't wanna. There's a cost. There's a cost to this direction that we're going in. There's a cost. And the question is your ass gonna pay the motherfucking price? I'm gonna pay the fucking price. Are you gonna pay the price? Is the question. Because I have no choice. Like, there's no other choice. Like, there's no other choice for me not to go in on everything I love and all my dreams, passion, goals, desires. Because, you know, there's a lot of people out here that didn't take the risk or didn't go after what was true to them, or and they have a lot of regret. And for me, I won't be that person. I refuse. Give a fuck. And so I must continue to challenge myself. I must continue to show up. I must continue to step into the unknown. I must continue regardless of the situation, regardless if I'm ready, prepared, if I've done things right. It's not about any of that. It's about understanding what you did wrong or what you could do better and formulating everything off of that. And so this is me taking that chance. And this floor is wet as fuck, and I have to take off my shoes, take off everything. This is gonna suck. Suck once again. Once again. All right, here we go. My feet are gonna get dirty. Everything's gonna get dirty. Fuck it. Okay. I'm trying not to get my rompum dirty, but I don't rompum in my Power Ranger suit dirty yet. Like, I just don't want the inside dirty at least. Like, just let me have the inside not be dirty. At least. So I'm gonna stand on one fucking foot to do this. But yes, this is the Jungle PolyFit. This is the family intentional time. That's what FIT stands for. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna fucking get after it. I just want the... Yeah, let me just get the inside clean. Inside just gotta stay clean. At least. Because we're gonna get dirty today. Regardless of the situation. Oh, I have my pants on. That's so awkward. Okay. No, I was watching a video. Fuck it. It's happening. I'm put my full foot down. There's this guy that's ran for like 2,000 days straight or some shit like that. And he talks about how he says, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party. Does that make me boring? Probably. But I will know. He says I will know what purpose and direction that I will have for myself, and each day living for the weekend or clocking into a 9 to 5 job or just going with what the masses are doing won't be me, and I won't live with that regret. And there's something to say about that because that's how I feel right now, to be honest. It's like I don't really care to party. I don't really care to have sex with random girls or live a life that's not mine. I have no desire to do that. But you know what I do have a desire for is to motherfucking be naked the rest of my life. That's what I do have a desire for. I do have a desire for that, for sure. For sure. And so, being in the beginning processes, you just try to make it work. You just try to figure out. You just try to take, just baby steps. It's like, take them. You're moving. You're growing. You're still growing. You're still moving in a direction. And I know it could feel like sometimes you're like on a fucking treadmill. This shit. It's like you think you're moving in a direction, but you're really just running in place. But not me. Consistent actions of the person that I'm going to become is more important than what I will acquire. Okay. All right, sir. It's interesting. I feel like it was just last week when I was here. It's definitely brisk out. You ever get to a point where you realize that you don't care as much as the next person or the next 100 people, the next 100 people aren't going to care. Because you have to bring this shit to reality. No one's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do this shit for you, bro. I'll say that right now. Nobody's going to do it for you. Here we go. Jocko PolyFit. It's coming live and direct. PolyFit number 2. Here we go. Gotta bring it to reality, bro. Gotta bring it to reality. I just had a thought in my head about how if my ass doesn't do what I say I'm going to do, I will be laughed at the rest of my life. And I'll be living with so much regret. I just can't be me. Just can't. Can't. Okay. see what we gotta do for this. Well, first off, we're gonna do the intro. Get after it. Sport and training. Oh, I just run for 2 miles. That's what today is. Run for 2 miles and then sprint for 20 seconds. Walk 60 seconds in between. Bruh. You know what I'm scared for? Because I've done, bro, your boy's done fucking sprints. And each time I've done this, the past 2 times I've done my sprints, I've definitely pulled my hamstrings. So, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what this is or is not. I don't even know how I'm gonna track that I've done 2 miles. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna run for 30 minutes at least. $30 to do 2 miles is reckless, isn't that reckless? I'm gonna run for an uncomfortable amount of time for 30 minutes. That's what I'm about to do. Okay, so let's start up the jungle PolyFit. Man, this grass sucks, but it's so good. It's good getting grounded, connected to the earth for sure. Okay, so this is where we'll start the jungle PolyFit. And yeah. Alright, this is where we start the jungle PolyFit. And this is when, I first come here probably, and then there will be like 100 people here. Maybe there'll be 1,000, maybe at least 200. At least 200. Let's be honest. Oh shit. Oh. It's brisk out. Alright, but this is starting it up. Jungle PolyFit number 2. But I get it going. This is me walking up to see people, and we're gonna step into the fucking vibes. Hold up. Before I shake your hand and I introduce myself, we have to set a jungle standard. Now, what is that jungle standard? Well, it's understanding that we must separate ourselves from the zoo into the jungle. That being the case, we have to make the clear distinction that we not only think different. Hold up. I'm sorry. We must make the clear distinction that we not only think different, but we connect different, and we feel different, and we do life different, and we love different. That being said, we must set the standard from the beginning to say that we're going to have our own handshake. We're going to do things our way. That's the standard that we're setting here off rip, okay? So it's 2 times for men, and then 2 times for women. Hand hug. 2 times for men. Salute. And 2 times hand hug for women. All right? And then this is when I go around and I touch people and then make jokes, and then we do 2 times. Let's go. Da-da-da. All right? Next. This is when I have everyone circle up. The fucking mask. No one knew me before I had the mask. But this is when everyone circle up, and I get us in the jungle circle, to start the ritual of the jungle PolyFit. Let's fucking go. Okay, okay. And then I start it up. I make eye contact with everyone, and then I say, "Can I get a hey yo?" And then they give me some weak ass shit. And then I say, "Okay, you know what? I did not just start modeling naked in general on social media for not for friends and family to see, but that's just how that worked. To not only go on naked and afraid for the whole world to see, trying to date and survive in the fucking Philippines jungle, for then me to have my heart shredded, to and then me figure out and try to find my self love again, to and then me work at a topless adult only resort, naked, half naked most of the time, running around naked most of the time, to and then makes my life's work to answer the questions, two biggest questions of my life is how can I be naked the rest of my life? And not only that, but how can I liberate, educate, and entertain, and also fight the stigma of the polyamorous, non monogamous world? How can I do that? For me to find those answers, to and then me realize, oh shit, I need to figure out how to survive without selling my soul. And then I go work on national, back into the comfortable slavery to domesticate myself. Domestication and sedation of the comfortable slavery of the zoo. To and then go intentionally homeless. To and then be here with y'all today, looking to give people a space where they don't hide, so we can fucking make this shit happen. I did all this for y'all to give me that weak ass shit. Now, that being the case, we're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again, and if I don't get y'all's energy, I'm gonna take all the Viagra and all the Cialis out the motherfucking air. I'm gonna take all the fucking, the jungle ain't coming no more. Oh shit, bro. That's dead ass. All right, so sorry. It's only choking my neck. Pause. Okay. Hey. Uh. Yeah. My necklace. I just remembered. I forgot that somewhere. But I'm gonna take all the Viagra and see how it's out the air. And if y'all can give me some fucking energy, that being the case, we're gonna do it again. Can I get a hey yo? Can I get a booyah? And can I get a rrr? Oh, let's get it again. Can I get a rrr? Yes, sir. What's good? It's your boy Jungle J, hot and ready, live and direct, changing the world one bare ass truth and person at a fucking time. What the fuck are we doing? Okay, first off, we're gonna explain the jungle versus the zoo. We're gonna explain why we're here, what we're doing, the facilitation of my job here, which isn't a job. It's a fucking. I'm just being a wild one. That's all. That's my job. That's my job, is to be a fucking wild one. Not only that, but why we're wearing masks and costumes, why this is being recorded, and overall, we're gonna go into a fucking zened out, regulate our nervous system space, to and then get a workout in, to then socialize, make this shit work. I know it sounds like a lot of steps, but it ain't a lot of steps. It ain't a lot of steps. I promise. Hey, we gotta fucking get. We need to set the tone and vibration of the jungle before we fucking. You gotta warm it up before you stick it in. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta butter it up. You gotta lube it up, and then you can fucking get after it. You know, you gotta work. You gotta prep the oven. You gotta prep the fucking oven. Okay. First off, we have officially stepped in to the motherfucking jungle. And that means, what the fuck is the zoo? What do you mean? What's the zoo versus the jungle? Well, we must understand that the zoo is where you are domesticated as fuck. It's where you say it is what it is mindset. Your expression turns to suppression, which then turns into sedation. And that sedation just puts you in a fixed mindset, a programmed into a fixed mindset instead of a growth one. And you know what happens? You like you get in this fixed space of just like, oh, this is my life. This is what it is. All right, life's cool. Life's okay. I'm okay. Yeah, life's good. You know, work sucks, but you know, I can live my life outside of that. You know, it's not really having a purpose, but fuck it. You know, fuck it. The worst, and that's two words of my life. The fuck it in the direction of it is what it is. You know, I can't do anything about it. It's out of my control. So you know what? You do. You step into a space of escapism. You step into a space of dopamine loops, and those dopamine loops goes in multiple different directions. Whether it be you just eating shit, or you just trying to run away from a life, your shadow, and realizing that you just have to. You're running away from the shadow. Really, the light's in front of you. You just playing video games and beating off and just doing shit that is so short term gratification with no long term purpose or benefit. Instead, and that puts you in the comfortable safety of the zoo. So that being the case, you know what? It's just so sad. So fucking sad, you know? It's so fucking sad. Sad to see, sad to hear. I almost forgot my cape. I was like, what am I forgetting right now? Could I possibly be forgetting right now? And this is the old cape. So we're gonna. I ordered two new capes, one for the Spartan race, and then one for when I go to naked 5Ks. I have two separate ones because one we're stepping in, we're infiltrating the zoo, and one we're hopping in vine to vine from the jungle. So there's two different approaches I have to go about things, you know. And we're not done. We're just getting started. All right. Yay. All right. So, where were we at? But yeah, talking about. Oh yeah. And so in the jungle of where we're at right here, right fucking now, we are wild. We are free. We are fucking lucid, which means we're clear. You know why we're clear? Is because we're naked as fuck. Not eventually. And the thing is, we're actually physically naked right now, more than you think. Because you being naked is for people to see your true authentic self at all times. That's what being naked is. It's the highest truth. It's aligned with your spirit. And so you're naked. And so you're saying, how is this the case? You're wearing a mask and a costume, and this isn't even you. No, this is all the representation of what the jungle is. And we'll fucking get there. We'll fucking get there. But not only that we're lucid, we're fucking naked and clear, dreaming wide the fuck awake. But guess what? We're in the natural order of things. And what is the thing is, what the natural order things does is puts you in full responsibility, which then gives you the freedom. And so we have the opportunity to be free. But the only way we can be free is by taking that responsibility. And so, you know, that comes with the unknown. That comes with the unaware. That comes with the uncertain and uncomfortable. And you know why that makes you free is because the extremes of life create balance. And that balance that comes from the opposite of all of those things is you, your awareness turning into you becoming woke and seeing everything clearly. The uncertainty making you unshakable in any certain direction. The fucking people that can be uncomfortable and they can be uncomfortable and comfortable in the comfortability of the people you fucking can trust most. And you know what, most importantly, that I love is when you can step into the unknown, into the darkness, and you realize that there's only light. This is the jungle. This is the extremes of life. Create balance. This is the way we take control of everything. Instead of putting the blame and giving other people power, we take the power here. And so that being the case, this is our direction. And so why are we here? What does it mean? We're gonna get back to the fucking mask. I probably should just float into that right away. But yeah, we were say how we free. You're wearing a fucking mask and a costume, and this isn't you playing a character. It's like no, no, no. We have the opportunity to tell our story with our costume and wear masks to be seen, not to hide. Right? This is about understanding. This is a symbolism of power and the secrecy that not only symbol and power, but the secrecy and judgment and and the and the fucking problems that the non-monogamous and polyamorous world flow through consistently. And so guess what? We're gonna force the conversation. We're gonna maybe people will be uncomfortable. But guess what? That's the only way we're gonna be able to create change is by challenging the old systems. And by doing so, we must gain the attention to do that. And so the costume tells your story at the highest level, as well as the mask. And the thing is I'm wearing the mask to hold the truth for ransom. And that means we have the truth, and we're not taking it off until everyone's ready to fucking listen. And the thing is, people might say, "Oh, I don't give a fuck. Oh, what the fuck are you doing?" Guess what? We have your attention. We got your ass. You talking shit about us? Good. Spread the message. You guys are the most powerful, fucking. You guys are the most religious ones that we need. You're throwing bricks to make our house bigger. You know what I'm saying? We're just. So that's what we're here to do. And not only that is because a lot of people can't show their face because of what society has done to the stigma of the polyamorous and non-monogamous world. So you know what? Guess what? We're gonna we're gonna hold the truth for ransom, and we're gonna record all of these events to have the world see what fun, grounded, sovereign wild ones we are. And that's the way we're gonna create the change, is by the world seeing exactly the direction that we're in. So, that being the case, that's that's why this is happening. So, and you're like, why the? I explained the ski mask, hold the truth for ransom. We got the ransom note of the truth in our hands. But you're like, why the Pink Power Rangers shoot? You know what? It's provocative. It gets the people fucking going. You know what I'm saying? It's actually my inner self of the naked 5-year-old that's unhinged, unchanged, and the imagination that's within me. That I can't run away from. I can't run away from it. I really can't. I really can't. And so, and anyways, who the fuck's gonna hate on a Pink Power Ranger suit? Nobody. Nobody can hate on it. So that being the case, that's that. All right. Why are we here? We explained, we dabbled into why we're here, but no, no, no. Why did I start this? Why is this even a question? Well, why is this even an action? Why is this even happening? Well, I worked at a topless and only resort for 2 years called Temptation as a motherfucking playmaker, which is just a modern day hype man. And my job was to be a walking vibe. And you know what I learned at Temptation Cancun Resort and Spa is that I learned the rules of love, and I had the perfect university to learn those rules. And you're like, what rules? Well, I got the opportunity to learn how people connect, how people communicate at a high level, how people's emotional awareness is within a space that is topless and free of sexuality. I got the opportunity to see people flirt and fuck, and as well as me, and fall and rise in love. And you know what I got to see? And you know what I learned from that is that love is not linear. Love is a whole family language with different dialects, different expressions, different wild ass expressions, different accents. And it goes into I, I could go into polyamory too, and then polygyny, polyandry, and then it goes into polyfidelity, and then it goes into swinging and open relationships, and then it goes into like triads, and then we have polycules, and we have people that are same-sex couples, and then we have we have people that are monogamish, and then it goes into so many different variations of love. And I realized that that's the whole family language of it, and that's the way it's supposed to be, and that's our natural order. And not only that, I saw, people got to see. I saw people there when I worked at Temptation, and they saw me fully. Not only that, it was because the presence that people had was another level. Because guess what? There was the privacy that was necessary because it was topless, and also people in the societal judgment and the people putting their fucking family societal risk and career at risk and people and the fucking ostrac- ostracization, is that even a fucking word, at church and spiritual communities, and the traditional trauma and the psychological programming and the emotional suppression because of all this, because you had to be self-censorship. So guess what, people were so present there because they could be their truest authentic self and own their story, like this, like wearing this mask and in this costume, to own their story, to tell their truth at a high level. And that's what we can do to be seen by the fucking zooification of the jungle, the zooification of the space, to and then junglify it, is to be able to wear this, because it's David and Goliath out here, bro. And guess what? Survival of the fittest. Some people don't want to survive shit, and so it's just, oh, really is. It really amazes me. It really amazes me. It really amazes me. And so, not only the privacy of things and people were so present, but it was because there was no phones allowed there. That's like one example of, oh shit, what is going on? And not only that, there were none, no autopilot conversations. And if there were, it always went into a space of having the opportunity to go into depth and curiosity and patience and a willingness. And all of this to say, it created my mission, my passion, and direction to fight the stigma of the polyamorous and non-monogamous world from what I've seen. And that's why we're here. Is to be able to fight the stigma so we can live in our truth and own our story at a high level, so we free ourselves. So we can be naked the rest of our life. That's the whole goal. And the reason people think being naked is being vulnerable. No, it's living in your truth. That's why people feel naked, because they have to be in their truth for everyone to see. Ooh, I like that. Mm. Living in your truth for everyone to see. I like that. Mm. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good shit. But yes, so that's why we're here. And so, I mean, in case, what are we doing here? Well, what is this? This is the Jungle PolyFit. FIT stands for Family Intentional Time. And that means, because chosen family intentional time, actually, I wanted to make it CNN Fit, but I chosen family time. And because there's some environments, whether it be with your family or your friends or the world, where you don't get to have that intentional time to be able to express yourself at a high level and living your truth, then this is the place to do it. And so we will be doing, well, today we're actually going to be doing running 2 miles and then sprinting 5 reps of that. So we're going to see how that fucking works. We're going to see how that fucking works. I don't know how it is or isn't, but we got to get after it. I don't even know how I'm going to measure that right now, because I don't know, I'll figure it out. But that being the case, usually we do a HIIT workout, or we don't even need to do a HIIT workout. We can run, we can do a HIIT workout, we can rock climb, we can fucking stretch, we can meditate, we can get into a zen out, which we will get into a little breath work and spiritualize the space for sure. But it's however we can get our minds our bodies moving, to, and then fucking just, and then get our spirits moving, to, and then socialize and connect at a high level so we can get the jungle moving. That's what this shit's about. All right. So, in case, it's Jungle PolyFit. It's a workout social for the polyamorous world and the polyminded. And that's why we're here. That's what we're doing here. All right. That being the case, we will start by spiritualizing the space, vibing out into the space, and getting after it. Yeah. So before we actually move our bodies, we must understand in open relationships. Usually we open our hips first, but no, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I said that. But to regulate our bodies, we must regulate our souls and our spirit and our energy so we can regulate our love. And then we can move our body and get after it. So that being the case, we're gonna start it up. And so this is where I play Inner Bloom. And I last time I got flagged for playing music in the background. Oh shit. Oh, it's fucking brisk out, dog. Wind is moving, dog. I need to start running. But this is where we play Inner Bloom. We start rocking out. We'll play and I'll play Inner Bloom right now, and then I'll say this is not the space to think. This is just the space to do exactly what's within you, right? And what's within you is your inner spirit. It's your inner spirit that's aligned with your outer frequency, which is overall your outer frequency. Sorry, there's someone that just tried to pull up on me. We ain't got time for that. Oh, that was weird. It couldn't be more weird than a guy in a big Power Ranger suit with a ski mask with no shoes on. But as I was saying, we align ourselves with our inner vibration, which is our spirit, with the outer frequency, which is whatever your higher power is that you give thanks and energy to in your life to and then create a resonance. And that being said, just give that shit. Make that shit happen. So, that being the case, just vibe out with me, vibe out with us. And so this is what we dance. Or you can keep your eyes closed, you can keep your eyes open. Whatever feels right through the flow of this music. I'm playing music right now. No. All right. I would play the music, but I don't want to get flagged again for copyright. So, and then once we flow through that, we will then bring everyone together, right? I'll be like, everyone come in. Circle around me. All right? And I make eye contact with each one. And I say, whatever I say, you say. Repeat after me. We bad about it. No, just kidding. That was too hype in the beginning. We have to slowly get into it. I was excited. Hold on. I said, repeat after me. And then maybe I get them rocking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get them rocking. You know. I get them rocking. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I say, we bout it. We bout it. We wild ones. We wild ones. We bout it. We bout it. We wild ones. We wild ones. This our jungle. They can't hold us. I love it. We love it. And we like fucking wild. All right, bring it in. Hey, let's get. Hey. Let's get naked. Let's get responsible and stay curious. All right. Hey, stay curious on 3. 1, 2, 3. Stay curious. And then boom, we step into the space. And now we work out. Yeah. I don't know how this is gonna go, what it's gonna look like, but yeah. That being the case, yeah. I just said that like 10 times. Okay, I have my headphones because I actually have my speaker. I mean, I'm practicing the whole deal bit, right? And okay, I'm processing how I could go about this because it's being live recorded. All right. The reason I'm processing it because I'm trying to see how I want to go about things when it comes to posting it. And we just have copyright shit we have to worry about. Which kind of blows. And so maybe that's a future problem. And or trying to process how I'm gonna go about that. So how do people post shit when they have music in the background of things? Like, do they give the rights off away or I don't know. But we have to run 2 miles and then sprint 5 reps of that. So I don't know how we can measure that. Maybe I just run for 30 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run for 30 minutes. That'll be like 2 miles, right? All right, let's ask ChatGPT. This is ChatGPT question. If I run for at a moderate pace, it's probably like I probably run at a moderate pace, maybe a 8 minute mile. Is that terrible? 7 minute mile? If you run 4 minute miles out here, all right, doesn't matter. At a moderate pace, how long would it take me to get 2 miles in? The elite runners are running 4 to 5 minute miles. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie. It says average runner 9 to 11 minutes, recreational fit runner 7 to 9 minutes, competitive runner 5 to 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am in the back end of the fit runner, average runner. I'm probably average runner. I'm not gonna lie. And so if we are average runner, we're gonna run for at least 10 minutes. No shoes, getting after it. I have not charged my headphones. Okay, we have our speaker. How would we run with this? Am I gonna run with this for 2 miles, dog? You think? Do I want to run with this for 2 miles? No. Sure don't. This shit heavy as fuck. It's not heavy as fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to figure out the process so I want to do this because the big thing is because I need to figure out how I'm gonna run these Spartan races. If I'm gonna run these Spartan races without any music or anything, we just have to run for 30 minutes and get after it. What are the conversations you're gonna have with yourself when no one's watching, when you don't have anything to listen to? That's raw. Okay. Well, let's get it. 30 minutes of running. Here we come. Because I'm definitely not a fit runner. Then we'll do sprints. All right. This is where we run for 30 minutes. I don't think I'm going to take y'all through all that. We'll run for 30 minutes, and we'll sprint for 30 minutes, and then I guess I'll take you through the ending session of the outro. All right. And that's how we do the Jungle PolyFit. And welcome to all new in the jungle and who all came miles, lengths to come play in the jungle and swing vine to vine. I appreciate all of y'all. And it honestly, creating this space has changed my life. It's given me the what I say in the permission pools. I have there's a conscious co-working space that I have, but this has given me the art of permission to have me think and feel and do and love differently than the world, but within my truth that's aligned with what's right for me. And that's the space that I feel like I've given myself, and I'm hoping that you guys all feel here. Not only that we get our bodies right, but this is getting our minds right, which inadvertently getting our spirits right. And I yearn to own my story and speak my truth, and so I can free myself. And I want all of you guys to feel the same. And so, that being the case, thank all of y'all stepping into the jungle, and we have this last little step within the social component of social pods, and then we'll get after it. And I hope to speak to every single one of y'all. I'm going to come into each one of your pods and have the conversation to hear all of you guys' stories. This is the thing that I'm most excited about. So what I did for 2 years at Temptation, just hearing other people's stories and learning from them, and gaining the wisdom and experience, and just sitting with people to hear them out and what their expression is. Because now that AI is coming in, the only thing we have is human connection, depth, and community. That's it. And so we must understand this. All right. And then I'll step into the social space, and then I'll say I'm gonna airdrop you like 8 questions. If you want to go by those, great. If you don't, if you just want to organically tell your story and how the stigma has affected you, I promise you that'll springball you guys into whichever direction that's most revealing and most naked for all of you. So yeah, and then after that's done, then Jungle PolyFit's over. So much love, keep spreading. Remember, love, energy, and truth to answer another question. We're changing the world one person at a time. And yeah, let's get these miles in. What's up, deuces? Actually, y'all want to come on a run with me? Y'all want to come on the run with me? So y'all don't think I'm capping? Yeah, fuck it. It's all good. That's the second one. That's the second one, PolyFit. Simple as that. And yeah, I gotta run and do sprints. So probably gonna record that myself. The light will probably be out in the next 30 minutes anyways. So I appreciate y'all. Much love. Deuces.